Yes, all right. This meeting is being recorded, so we are safe, hopefully. All right. Thank you for being here, and all the rest will see the replay. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I guess we are from all over the world. Um, the intention of this whole meeting from my side is to share with you as much as I can with this. I'm intending for 2 hours maximum. Okay, like to see if like up to, so here it's 6 p.m. So for 2 hours for 2 hours max, but we'll see. Maybe we can do it in less time. From my side, I want to be sharing with you like every freaking thing I can, within this time to help you guys really start and grow the spiritual online business. And there are a few foundations. There are foundations that I will be sharing to avoid what not to do. If you don't mind, Ruda, if you can mute yourself, so we can just, actually I think I can do it. Okay, yes. So then feel free to ask anything, but I think it's better, for the to just mute yourself because we can hear the sounds then. All right. So, as I said, I won't be holding anything back. Like, feel free to ask me anything. I'm very open person. I'm very honest. I'm very direct. That's for me a normal way of being. Sometimes I'm even too honest. So I will be very direct. I think even for this kind of a spiritual world, maybe like really down to earth, and because my intention is to help you guys to serve, to make the impact, but as well earn good income from your gifts, from your services. Okay. um Little bit of an intro. I hate intros. It's like, oh my god, like these introductions. My name is Jana. I'm from Czech Republic originally. I just came back from Montenegro, where I spent a month just working, chilling by the sea, and I've been in a business for about 7 years right now. I'm 32 years old, so I started my first business very soon after my studies, which my background is in marketing, is in economics, but I didn't want to be doing that. Why? Because I didn't see a purpose in it. I didn't see anything deeper on. In that time I was working for 1 year. I was working in a consultancy company, and we were working on branding, on strategies, and I didn't want to be strategies for different how do you call it, shopping centers, like for big shopping centers. And I was just like, oh my god, what am I doing here, like helping these guys earn even more money? And I didn't like it. So in that time I quit. I went abroad. My background is a lot like traveling, living in different countries as an expat. So I'm from Europe. I traveled I lived in different countries, in 5 different countries around the world. I mean, traveled and left. Traveled many countries, but then left in many. So I often connect as well with many people who are kind of adventurous spirits. So then my journey after my studies, I was just like, okay, I'm not doing this. This is not what I like, and this is not what it's not. It doesn't make enough impact. And then I went kind of searching. I went searching. Okay, what is it that I want to be doing? And that was the journey where I embarked on this spiritual, or more of internal, right, self-discovery. And then I learned coaching. I started to be interested how is our mind, body and spirit connected. I've done, oh my God, like so many different trainings. You know this, that when you get into this, then it's like, okay, training after training. And then step by step, I started to connect all those learnings with, okay, how to overcome different fears and how to overcome different blockages. So I am not a healer. I do work with a lot of healers and spiritual entrepreneurs. I'm not a healer by myself. I do work with them as well, like on a personal level. But I do call myself, I could call myself like a business coach, but I work mainly with spiritual entrepreneurs, and you can call it like coaches, therapists, healers, often, and different. They use like healers different with different kind of modalities. So my journey really took me from, from the corporate, completely out of it, starting my business 7 years back, and like kind of discovering how this whole thing is working. And then I started to connect my learnings and all the trainings from coaching, from different therapies, and I started to connect it with the marketing and with sales, which is my background from school and from my work. And when I connected those two, it started to make complete sense to me to help purposeful spiritual entrepreneurs to make an impact, to make the income. And that's why we are here today. So I was asking you in the messages, okay, what is it that you would like to learn? And the core, which is coming up, how do I get clients? How do I put myself out there? How do I consistently keep getting clients? So, one second. Okay, just, okay, I'm just trying to, because I can see just Rudha here. Just 1 second, guys. Can you see me? Can you see me normally? Like, am I on the main screen speaking? Oh, yeah. Okay. Good. Cool. Perfect. Okay. All right. So that's all that I will be sharing with you. Really, the foundations of what's needed in your spiritual business. Do you mind sharing, guys? So I know a little bit. Like, if you share in a message from your understanding, what is it that you do right now? Like, don't try to put it in whatever nice sentence. What is it? What kind of, is it healing? Is it astrology? Is it coaching? Is it some kind of therapy? What is it that you are doing? So I have a little bit more of a touch with what exactly you are doing. Okay. Coaching in combination with Reiki and hypnosis. Okay, amazing, lovely. Yeah, I remember you sharing this. I use as well some of hypnosis and good. A healer, lovely, cool. Thank you. Yoga therapist, perfect, good. Astrologer, okay. Perfect. Reiki practitioner, life coach. Perfect. So these are kind of, all of these are kind of tools I will be sharing with you, like how to talk about these and how to really, like, thanks to these tools, like, get the clients. First, what I would like to mention is like a really important perspective is that what I'm finding is mainly with spiritual entrepreneurs is treating the project, treating the whatever Reiki, treating the if you are setting it up or if you are starting, treating it as a hobby, treating it as, all right, let's see if it is it going to work, if it's going to work. And or often it's there, like people are not freaking charging, right? Because it's like, as well for the healing, it's like, okay, people are not charging for their services, and then that's a problem from my perspective, because yes, so if you decide to treat this as a hobby, to treat this as a service that you want to just give, that's fine, but it should be a conscious decision here to, okay, I want to make this, full time. And I don't mean like full time with time, but yes, like this is the main thing. I am treating it as a business, right? That's another thing that many spiritual people have an issue with. All right, they don't want to, say, oh, this is a business. I'm not an entrepreneur. So whatever, whatever how you call yourself, that's the decision. Okay, I want to make this a business. I want to create a real consistent income from this. So I would love to, just hear from you. Are you like fully in? Are you treating this? Have you made the decision, okay, this is my main thing, this is my main kind of project, or I want to make it a main project? I would love to hear, like, it's like yes or no, I don't know yet. Just a feedback from you. When you are, by the way, when you are writing messages, you can just make sure you write to everyone. Because, for example, Ruda, I can see you are writing just to me. So feel free to write to everybody, so everybody can see it actually in the chat. All right. I will just share the passport. Yeah, I was traveling, so password with somebody else. Cool. Yes. Good. Yes, please. Okay. Why I'm saying this, another thing is, that's like the freaking decision, to make this, because I see, in the group a lot of, like healing, it should be for free, or this kind of services, this is from God, and this should be, it should be for free. That's a way of, yes, making the decision, or being making the decision that you want to have this as a main business and as a main thing, and then make the impact, and then thanks to it, the income. Because if you keep, I know so many people who are just doing this for free, and then they can do it obviously just in their free time, because they need to live from something, unless, right, they have already enough money that they don't need to work, and they are financially independent. Okay, I could see only yeses, so that's awesome, and let's move from here. Okay, I will be sharing with you my screen and some a document I will, or I can share with you, then another workbook, another document with different material, like with different questions, with different information. But what I'm asking you here is to make your own notes, because we are freaking learning when we are, right, when we see it, when we write it, we then experience it. So I love workbooks and I have them, but my invitation to you is, okay, write notes, and just so you get it, you get it more into your system. Okay, so let me share it. Okay, where is it? It should be on my... Can you see my screen, guys?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'm going to... All right. So this is something that I'm normally sharing only with my clients, but I see this as really, really important foundation that I had no idea about when I was starting, and most entrepreneurs who are not doing well, they really miss this. They really miss it, and we are going to have a look at this. So I called this pentavolution method. So this is my method that I'm teaching my clients, and that's really the foundation of starting and then scaling, growing the business. So what we are going to be covering today is this triangle, this miracle: client, path, and land, and I will be talking about that. So there are these foundations, these 5 foundations. So as you know, obviously, right? So all of you do energy work, internal work on yourself, which is a core there. And I know you know this. Everyone needs to do this work and clear whatever stuff we need to clear from our past, and who knows from where. So I'm not going to be really covering the energy part today. So there is the energy part, but for you, just to mention it, that it's really important part, as you know. Next part is self-management, meaning even if we have all the stuff, well, if we have everything that I will be talking about today, if you have it, it's still, there is the part of you managing your mind, you managing yourself, creating habits, right, that will build the business. And here it's the part where I was asking you about, okay, is this do you want to make this a main thing? Is this, are you committing yourself to make this really work, or do you want to treat it as a hobby? Because then if you make this decision and commitment to yourself and to the world, to people that you're going to serve, then you need to learn how to manage yourself, your mind, right? That feeling, oh my God, I don't want to put myself out there. It's just too much hassle, and I will be judged. What will they think? And I don't feel like doing this. That's a huge one. I don't feel like doing this. If we only base the business on our feelings, it's not going to work out, unfortunately, right? So it's not always like to be in a flow, to feel amazingly, and to right, and then to run, and then to do it. Today I just came from my travels. Like, you see, this freaking password wasn't supposed to be there. Like, so many people, I'm sure they can't join. So it's like, oh, what the hell? Like, what do I do? What do I do with this? So not always it's like working out, and we're not always feeling like doing it, right? Doing everything that we are supposed to, but the commitment there to really do it, it's really important. And then creating habits that will support you. So that's one big part as well there. So let's go further. So here, these are the core foundations that I want to be really talking about and covering, and I want to give you space as well, really, to ask questions, and let's have a look at it practically. So I will explain it, and then we can start to go deeper into it, and then hopefully cover more areas as well. So what most spiritual entrepreneurs miss is having this foundation, having clarity on who they are serving, your miracle client. You can have different, you can call it, it's like, that's the ideal client, miracle client, soul client. That's basically the person that you love to work with. You can solve their issues. You can help them to get close or to their desires, or you can help them to achieve those desires. And they are paying you, right? So here, most people make a mistake when saying, but I can serve so many people. I can serve, everybody with, Reiki can heal everybody. Hypnosis, coaching, therapy. This can help, to so many people. Why to limit? I'm curious. Like, can you relate to this, guys? Because this is just incredible. Do you see this in yourself? I'm really curious. I need to find the chat. Actually, where is it? Oh my god. So I'm just curious to know if I find the okay, I'll just stop the share for a second. Yes, okay, good. Because this is, and this is a thing that, and I was there as well, right? Like, very honestly. And the difference which it makes to focus on that one person, that ideal client, is incredible. Because then it does help, because then with your communication, with your with your offer, you can be specific. And this is the issue which so many people have. They don't want to miss out, right? They don't want to miss out on other people that they can help. And what's happening then, if they talk openly just about coaching, life coaching, healing, right? They don't get paid clients. Why? Because the people then freaking don't know what they are going to get out of the service, right? Only people who are kind of almost like enlightened about those topics, right? About healing, about specifically about coaching, life coaching, they go directly and take that tool because they know they want that tool, and they come to the person. But usually, right, most people don't. So that's why we are having these foundations. So for the miracle client, what's important to have is clarity on a few core questions. And those questions are looking at that client, that one client in your mind, and what are theirs challenges, what are their problems, what are their pains. Okay, let me show you here a few things. So here, so that's the miracle client, that's the audience, right? So if you have a look, you have, so at this thing here, general audience would be, right, everybody, like everybody. This is what most people, so I can help everybody, right, with my service. Then less general is overweight people, right? That's more unique, right? Then unique would be overweight women trying to lose weight who binge eat. right? And very unique audience would be professional female athletes who compete at bodybuilding contests and want to lose their last 2% of body fat before their next contest. You see, do you see the level, right? How this is really, moving from general, from everybody into very unique. So obviously this is completely like unique. But let me give you an example. So I had a client she's a psychologist and she's a Reiki healer. And she had this issue of, okay, come on, Jana, but I can help everybody, I can help so many people. So why would I? I don't want to limit, I don't want to work just with one group. And then we were looking at her past and her what's the group that she could be actually helping. And so usually what happens, the miracle client, that unique audience, is a past version of ourselves. So my ideal client is really past version of me, like few years ago when I started 7 years ago and 5 years ago. I wanted to do something purposeful. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to travel the world. For me, travel is really like being able to have the freedom, not that much even travel, right? Freedom and flexibility. So that's why I'm doing everything online. Right. So it's looking at, okay, so past version of you, it's could it this be the ideal client, the miracle client? So this past client of mine, so she created an audience that so she went through abortion, right? Very that's a topic that's kind of taboo in some countries, and it's for her, and it was for her very much like, oh my god, Jana, shall I oh my god, I should go out with this topic and really to build the business around it. And she did, right? So for her, you see, so helping women who went through abortion to heal spiritually, to heal, really to perceive it differently. So this was her specific niche, her specific focus, right? So this is one thing that you want to be looking at, and have specificity on, okay, who is it, right? So what you can do, you can do an exercise. So this can be one of your homeworks or exercises. So really looking at this one ideal client, your miracle client. Who is it? Like picture her, picture him, or is it a company, or is it a person? Is it is it female? Is it male? Who is it? See it, see her. I will call it her, all right? So see her, and then you can give her even a name, and then look at what are her challenges. So let me show you a few questions here. So demographics, yes, demographics are fine, but right, but you don't need it that much. The core is their challenges, right? So I call it psychographics. So what is their biggest challenge, right? What are their issues? What are their challenges? Because if they don't have big enough challenge or big enough desire, then they are not going to pay you, right? So with healing, you want to choose, even with Reiki, with any kind of service. So this is, guys, all that I'm sharing is for service-based spiritual online entrepreneurs. Okay, so you want to have a look at, okay, my miracle client, having a look at the core challenges, And if they have more challenges, is it different fears? Is it anxiety? Is it depression? Is it being overweight? Is it, what are the core big problems? All right, you need to ideally really pick 1 to 3 core problems. Varuna, I can see your something is happening in here. Can you see it on the screen with the green lines? I've never seen it actually to happen. Do not worry. Do not worry. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. I can see it. How do I get rid of it? Doesn't matter. All right, so you want to choose those core challenges, and as well, let me see if I stop the share and then I share it again, if it's gone. Yeah, so you want to share, you want to have a look at the challenges, and you want to have a look at the goals and desires as well. Right, so you have the core problems, and you want to have a look at the core desires. So for you guys, right, so my ideal clients, it's all about attracting the soul clients, attracting the high-paying clients consistently, right? That's the core outcome, like what everybody wants, like in a nutshell. You want to learn how to start, how to grow the business, what to do first, what to do next, what's necessary, what's not necessary. And the end outcome, right, is really, learning how to get clients, right? And then behind it, there is something else. So you want to have a look at those challenges. You want to have a look at the goals and desires. Like, what is it that they want? If they are depressed, what's the core that how they want to be feeling, what they want to be experiencing in their life. And you want to be looking at so these are 2 core points. They're point A, where they are right now, and where they want to be. So the challenge and desire, these are the core foundations that you need to have clarity on. Well, you don't need to, it would serve you well. You don't need to do anything. So I'm curious now. I would love to open, I would like to do this a little bit more practically. And do you have any questions so far for this, for the challenges and desires part? Is there anything, guys, that you would like to ask about this? And feel free to, so you can just, if you want to come up, and if you want to ask anything about this, feel free to unmute yourself and ask. Anyone? Or it's all clear so far? We can have a look at this practically as well, like, so I can have a look at your client and how you were so far working with them, because so this is basically the niching, client, the niche. So if you don't have clarity on this with your communication, so basically you're not able to go further from this for everything else that I will be explaining. So even with, for example, with astrology, right? So you can be, it can help, everybody with many different topics. But that's the thing, and then people will come to you only for, to get the astrological chart and get the reading, and that's it, right? You do it and that's it, right? So that's usually one off. So the intention that we want to be doing here is creating stable business to be able to help people create transformation in their life. So that's why when you have clarity on the miracle client, you're then able to create an offer, which is like a program, which is, so there are no one-off sessions, right? Like selling one-off sessions that you would be just, just giving away. So it's more of a, the intention is to create a program that's over some period of time that's going to take your miracle client from the point A, from their challenge, into their point B, to their desired destination. Okay. So if there are no questions, I will go back and let me show you back this. Where is it? Okay, this. So looking at the miracle clients, right? So we covered that. So you have the challenges, you have the desires. By the way, I will be sharing the workbook with questions and with this model, right? So we have the miracle client. So what I'm saying, so then what I already started to mention is the miracle path and miracle land. So miracle land is basically the destination that your miracle clients want to get. So that's their point B, but kind of reviewed from your side and just realistically saying, okay, all right, they want to. So for me, you might say, okay, Yana, I want to start to serve high ticket clients, and I want to start earning 10,000 euros in the next month. And I will tell you, look, let's have a look at it realistically, depending on where you are within the next 4 months. What I know from my experience is you can be earning between 2,000 to 3,000 euros monthly, consistently, from my experience and from experience of my clients. So my miracle land for my clients would be having all the foundations done and ready, and so they can, within 4 to 6 months, they can start to earn 2 to 3k, 2 to 3,000 euros monthly, consistently, with flow, easily, right? So that's my miracle land. Obviously, with with spiritual topics, it's usually much softer. It's not that tangible. You want to get as tangible as possible, because and you want to have a look where your miracle client want to get, what is their vision, what's their dream, how they want to feel, what they want to exactly achieve. You need to almost know better than them. Sometimes they don't know, right? When you ask people what they want, they don't know, right? But if you're working with them, you can choose some miracle clients, some focus, and then really find out. Or another thing, you can ask them, right? Ask them and dig deeper. Okay, you want to get clients. Why do you want to get clients? All right, so you want to get clients, so you create, so you make the impact. Okay, what else? Yeah, I want to create flexibility. I want to provide for my family. I want to be able to work online. I want to be able to spend more time with them. I want to do other things that I'm interested, right? So what's underneath? Like, you want to dig deeper. People, like, when they want to lose weight, when they want to get rid of depression, when they want to find their purpose, it's not just the thing. There is something underneath. You need to know that underneath thing, right? And when you know what is it that they want, you can have a look at, okay, what is it that you can actually tell them? What can you promise to get? Right here we are getting the specificity, right? Where when you're clear on this client, so here, if you are not clear on this client, you are not able to ever say you're not able to get clarity on the miracle land. and on the miracle path that I will be explaining. Right, so you want to get the clarity. Okay, all right, it's losing weight. All right, they want to lose weight. They want to lose, I don't know, 10 kilos in 2 months. If you're expert on it, if it's possible or not. People have unrealistic expectations sometimes, so you want to be clear. Okay, what is it they want? What can you practically deliver? And next part is miracle path. So the miracle path is basically the tool, the journey, right? How you help your miracle client to get from the point A, from their challenge, to their desire, from their point A to their point B. One of my colleagues, like she calls it, like, from their schnitzel point, from their, they need to be at the point to be able to pay when they feel the pain enough, or the desire is big enough. And you have these two approaches. I love to go more towards the desire, like inspirational, right? Inspire people to achieve something, to be something, to then to push them to talk about to talk about the pain, right? So the miracle path is basically the tool. It's, for example, right, a very general tool is therapy, very general tool is coaching, very general tool is Reiki. That's the path. But we need more clarity. Why? Because people don't know what it is exactly. They usually have, or even healing, right? I'm freaking working with healers. And for myself, I need more clarity on okay, right? How you working? What is it that I'm going to get out of working with you? Because that's why people then they don't pay high ticket, they don't pay high prices, because it's just okay, let me try a session and let's see. And then they don't see a result, obviously, like after one session, or not long-term result. Sometimes they can, of course, and get breakthroughs, but then it's right, so they don't commit to a longer time, so they don't get the transformation. So if you want to attract and serve high ticket clients, people who really pay you well, and you can create the impact and income from it, it's important to have clarity on this. So my miracle path here is basically the pentavolution method, right? So I have there 4 steps on the journey that I'm taking my clients through, right? That it's always those 4 steps, because I know, so because I've chosen my miracle client, I know where they are, I know where they want to go, and I know the steps that they need to take. Obviously it's flexible then, like, right, it can change, right, steps a little bit, but more or less it's most of the time the same. So you have the miracle path. So here the tools that you're using on the path is really, so that's the Reiki, that's the hypnosis, right? So that's yoga. Like one of my clients, she calls it yoga therapy, right? And she's really working with depression and anxiety for years and years, and she's helping people to heal from that. And she's using approach that she calls yoga therapy. Okay, and so that's basically the method, right? The path. That's the journey. That's the method that you're using, and you want to. So one example you could be. Let me find it here. Okay, let me just find this thing with the. There's the miracle land. We're looking at that one, miracle path, right? So the path is exercising. So when we're talking about the client who wants to lose weight, so it's exercising. Then it used to be, if you could hear in past, it was on the market, low carb diet, right? So that's the method, that's the path. Then it moved into even more kind of a defined, right, keto diet. And then they called it even exogenous ketones. So it's getting more and more specific. Why? Because people first, they as the market is saturating, as there are too many, for example, right, like programs for losing weight. So we know that exercising it's not enough. So they are making it more and more refined. Like it's more and more right, more. It's this is guys marketing packaging, right? This is how you put it in a package that looks nice, that people didn't hear 1,000 times already, right? And they are not, oh yeah, that's it, I heard it, or yeah, doesn't matter, or it's, yeah, it's that, that's fine, I don't want it. Right. So when you have this, so as I call this, this method, the pentavolution method, it's something that I've put together. It's something that it's nothing like completely new, right? I've put these things together. I call it a name that I came up with that I want to trademark, but it's like it's nothing that is like it came from that no one else is doing it. Of course they are, but it's just you want to create this method, you want to create your method, even if you're using as you were mentioning, hypnotherapy, coaching, if you're using Reiki. It's not about, you can be mentioning as well the tools that you are using, but it's you should have this defined path, this method, process, framework. These are the names that you can, like, however you want to call it, that's the path. You want to name it somehow. That's your thing. This is the process that you take people through. And that's the thing, actually, that the process you can actually trademark then. Okay. All right, guys. Is this so? Let me right. So here you have some examples of of the different kind of unique paths, right? So you can see in paths like music marketing, purpose-driven music marketing, flexible dieting, the freedom method, right? So these guys just created their own method. Right. So why is this? It creates curiosity. What is that? Right? When you hear it, okay, the HVA method. What is that? All right, interesting. I want to know more. This is working with your with your brain. If you want to know more, you want to find out what is that. There is some secret sauce behind it. Okay. Let's go back. So just to summarize, right? So we have the ideal client. Can you see how if you don't get clarity on this client, you're not able to really say where you're going to get them, what exact issues they have, what they want, and what's the path you're going to take them through. And I know that with different, even if you have the client, right, or a chosen one, then the paths a little bit change, right? Or the exact delivery, the exact service can change a little bit. That's fine. But to be able to talk about it, to be able to sell it, it's important to have this clarity. Otherwise, you're just, you are confused. You don't have clarity. And if you don't have clarity, then people like I heard this from one mentor, confused people don't buy. Right. All right, so let me stop the share. Questions, guys, so far. Do you want to bring anything from or your own from your own experience? I would love, to give you more feedback, to hear you. Obviously, right? If you have some questions, it's always great to see this practically. Um, does anyone want to go? Let me see. I will just have a look at my notes in the meantime. Okay. All right. So, I've been a coach for a couple of years and still figuring my real niche. I've started with burnout, but it kept changing. Okay, yeah. So with this, so it's great that you actually mentioned it. So it keeps changing and it's fine. I'm making these jokes, like continuous jokes with friend and colleague of mine, and she's doing similar things as I do, and we keep like making jokes. Oh my god, niching again, right? Oh my god, like this, like again, like a little bit shifting. So I have various different niches, right? And it keeps evolving, and it's completely fine. You evolve as a human being, you evolve, market evolves as well, right? People change, circumstances change, and it's completely fine, right? So it's not as well like feeling that okay, you will choose now and that's it forever for the rest of your life. That's not it's not the case, fortunately. Okay, so good. So next thing, if you have any further questions, please feel free to ask, and I will be answering in the meantime. So once you have this clarity on that triangle, on the miracle client, on the miracle land, on the miracle path, then what you want to do, you want to if you have the information, if you have the data based on practice, that's perfect. If you don't, it's ideal to ask your miracle clients. Just find them, and then interview them. Basically, ask them about the challenges, ask them about the desires, right? Really have a conversation with them. Uh, about what's going on, what is it that they are really dealing with. Is it really that pressing? Would they be paying something to solve that issue? Or how much would they be paying? Usually people don't know how to, they're not able to answer it, like how much they would be paying. That's why you are the one who needs to have the clarity on, okay, this and this you're going to get, right? This is how we are going to get there. So that's why when you have the miracle path, you can go deeper and create your signature offer. What I mean by that, it's really the offer. So you can have more offers. So from my experience, it's best to start with one core offer. So right now, what I'm having, I have one offer, then and I have one-on-one clients, very few, and then group program, right? So that's the it's basically one service just delivered differently, and that allows me to have a lot of flexibility because I'm just selling one thing, more or less, right? It's the same thing, and I give them the same materials. It's just um, um, the support, the level of the support, for my time is different. So when you have that program, when you have that miracle path, you can create a program. What's good again to be able to sell it, to be able to communicate it well, is having clarity on the steps that you take people through. Of course, it can vary. It can be different, but you want to look at the steps. You want to. So normally, what I'm doing with my clients, we clarify 4 steps. Let me show you. I will show you an example from my program, which, by the way, I didn't say it at the beginning. Yeah, I will give you an invitation if you will want to. You are welcome to learn about it more. So now I'm mentioning it because I forgot I was supposed to. I wanted to share that. So usually I'm just sharing at the beginning. Okay, guys, this is what we are going to go through, and I will make you invitation to join this program. But now I'm saying it because I want to show you the steps, how to create these steps, and how to describe it, so your audience is actually understanding it. So let me just open it. So you can have the signature program, and then have steps on the journey. So my signature program, it's called Courageous Spiritual CEO. Why is that name? For me, courage has been like the biggest, of being courageous has been the biggest help. Like all the issues, all the challenges I overcame was thanks to me choosing to be courageous. Spiritual, because I work with spiritual people, and for me the CEO is there because yes, that's you've made the decision to be the CEO of your business, to make this main thing and to make it work. Let me show you. So look at this from the perspective of for your program. Okay, so this is the miracle path part. Right, so the Courageous CEO program, right? This is how I call it. You want to have a name of your program, of the signature process, of the process. My method is the Pentavolution method. The whole program, Courageous Spiritual CEO. There are 4 steps on the journey. You wanna look. No one says it needs to be 4. It can be 3. It can be 5. 4. I just like the number. So that's why I write. So there is a step 1. There are 4 steps. You want to give those steps a name. Again, why? Because it just looks cool, right? It's just okay. You name the step. Okay, the first step on my program is Inner World Management Mastery. Right, working with the subconscious, working with what's really there, with the energetical part that I was showing you there in the chart, right? So that's my first step. Then, right, step number 2, the game plan. Right, so it's looking at all the, like, we are going deeper into all this that I'm sharing with you, all the foundations that you need, right? Then step 3, online business pillars. And then for the step 4, the business feedback loop. All right, so you see, I'm not going to, be reading or sharing much of the details. I will then, guys, if you will want to, I will give you a link and you can check this. But my intention is for you to show you, okay, how to really structure it. And when you actually have the clarity on this, when you're explaining this to your miracle clients, your potential clients, right, on a call or in a message or when you have it on a website. By the way, you don't need the website, right? This website is very simple. It's through, normally I do all my communication and everything through, through Google Documents, right? As you saw, the pentavolution method, right? I was showing it. Google Documents, Google Drive, thanks God, everything. I do everything through that, all my notes and everything. And you could see it, like even the whole workbook, I do it through there. The workbook that you will receive, it will be through Google Documents as well. You can have there as well an ebook. I have as well ebooks done in that way, right? You don't need any freaking complicated funnels, nothing to be, to be serving, to be all right, to have the materials ready. You don't need nothing complicated. Obviously, then it's nice, to have the website, to have this and that and logo and stuff, but it's not necessary at all at the beginning, or unless your business is stable. Because what's happening, a mistake that many starting entrepreneurs make is, spending lots of time on websites, spending a lot of money on the website. I've been doing that too, playing with my logo, with the colors and stuff. I'm not sure if you can hear, but there is raining outside. Okay, I'm sorry. I will just close it because I'm not sure how well you can read it. Sorry. Okay, there I am. So, what did I want to say? Love that layout, easy to understand, have a signature offer, but not steps with these steps. Okay, good. So yeah, it's super simple, really, and when you're explaining it, usually people, when I'm explaining it, okay guys, right? So if the person is sitting in front of me on a call, on a sales call, I explain to them, right? I ask them, okay, where is it, where they are, where they want to go, and I explain them this program. Look, this is what we start with. This is what we're going to go through. This is what you're going to get at the end, and this is the exact path, right? And then so it's not about selling your time. It's not about selling the number of sessions, right? That's we are living in a world which is outcome oriented, transformation, outcome. What is it that they are going to get out of it? When people, are paying for stuff, even stupid stuff, right? People spend money for so much, nights out, clothes, like stuff they don't need. Why? Because it's bringing them something. It's really covering, right? It's helping them to fulfill some of their needs, right? Emotional needs. Usually, people make most of the time emotional decision. So yeah, so you want to have the clarity on this, because then you can sell it. That's it. I really hope the internet will work, and the electricity as well. When I was doing a training last time, the whole electricity went off. So that's so usual, funny. Okay. Any questions, guys, about this part, or any in general, that you would like to ask about? In the meantime, I'll just have a look at my notes if I have there something wanted to be. I'm back, hopefully. Can you hear me now, guys? Okay. Yes, I was just mentioning it, right? So it's happening with the internet. Oh my God. Okay. What was I saying? What was I saying about I forgot where I left. Um, I don't remember. Anyway, so let me just come back to right. So when you have so you have the process, right? So you have the miracle client, you have the land miracle path, then you have the specificity on those on the steps. Then yeah, so when you have that, actually, then you can start charging for a program, right? So that's where you want to get to have a program. When you have a program, you can right. So how I do it, I have, for example, self-study materials. That's what you saw, right? The method is one of the documents that I'm using with my clients. I have the whole, self-study that it's a combination of workbooks, combinations of videos. So it's not all up to me. It's not all on my time. That in past I would be giving these saying the information again and again and again, and there's like, okay, I can actually record myself and I can create these materials, and then the clients, they really go through it, and then they have a call with me or in a group. Right, so that's where you want to get as well, ideally, where it's not exchange for your time only. Obviously, depending on your service, right? If you do, some one-on-ones, if you do the hypnosis, if you do yoga in one-on-one, yes, you do one-on-ones, but then on then you're not exchanging really just the time, but you have that as well as a self-study. What is your main method then for attracting clients? Okay, yeah, let's have a look at it. Right. So the next step. So right now, for me, I do everything through Facebook. A really easy way. So those foundations that I was sharing, that's really that's needs to be there. Otherwise, all the rest is not going to work. So yes, there are different types, different social media, as we know, right? So LinkedIn, yes, Instagram, Facebook, different social media. For me, was working the best is Facebook. So what's important? So right now, as the Facebook algorithm works, is the best to use Facebook profile, your private profile, not a Facebook page, because it's the algorithm, of Facebook. It's really they want companies to pay, right, for to get a reach. So that's why then uh, it shows the posts. Actually, people, I think 2 to 3% of people really, people who like the page, really then at the end see the actual post or video, right? So Facebook profile, and first thing that you want to be doing after you do the miracle client, miracle path, miracle land, and the signature process, you want to have a look at your profile, if you are going to be using then the Facebook profile, and then to really optimize it. So it's again together with the decision of treating this as a business, right? That this is the business thing, and treating it as a, yes, this is your private profile, but using it for the business. And so that's why it's, it should be congruent with with the message, not just like sharing them their pictures, which you wouldn't like that you wouldn't share on your business page as well. So the Facebook profile, it's so right now, as I'm seeing it, for as well, like compare it to LinkedIn, right? It's really working well. So I wasn't really using Instagram because for me personally, it's just Facebook is closer. I enjoy it more. I feel better with it. So it's as well important to have a look at your energy, at your internal view at your relationship with social media. How do you feel about social media, right? How do you feel like sharing, being out there? Because many people hide or are trying to hide, right? So they are afraid of being judged, being seen, and then obviously they are not seen. Right? Because they don't want to be seen. They don't want to be seen by their friends, by their family, or maybe by their colleagues or whoever, employer. So they are hiding, and then they're hiding from the world, and they're hiding as well from their clients and from serving them. So right now, what I'm using and the most is Facebook, working through Facebook profile. As well, what's possible, Facebook groups, right? So that's Facebook profile, Facebook groups. There are right now, I don't know the number of the groups, but there is a Facebook group for freaking everything. Right, so you guys went through the emotion and healing group. Right, so that's for me a way of, okay, I'm sharing with you my learnings, my expertise, and that's one of the ways of showing up for me. So first is with Facebook, what you want to have a look at is optimizing your profile. So meaning picture, your profile picture, these simple things, that make a difference. The picture should be like your face, you, ideally only you, or if somebody with somebody, then it should be connected with your business. It should make a sense why this picture is on your profile. It should show really you, the energy that you want to convey, right? The energy was the core energy that you was the core emotion that you're transmitting, or was the core way of being that you are transmitting there on social media. So it's a profile picture, the cover picture as well, right? So it doesn't need to be anything like super like business related, but again, like make sure it correlates. And then you have then the description underneath, which you can use. Let me show you my profile. One second. Okay, right. So the picture, right? You want to have the pictures here, the picture and the background picture as well. And you want to have a look at this, right? So this is the core that I'm teaching is really attracting more clients and becoming the courageous spiritual CEO. Right, I could have there. I'm a business mentor for spiritual entrepreneurs. Right, this is what I choose as a right. So this so it looks different on mobile, right? So you can play with this. So this should be clear and use this. Who you are, what is it that you do, right? So use this opportunity that Facebook gives you. Then these should be clear as well Okay, right, this is my page, this is where I'm living, this is how much people are really following me. So you can have here the website as well, or a link to a Facebook group, or here a link to where you want to lead the people. So for me right now, I want to keep people on my Facebook, right? So you can lead them as well to a freebie, right? So you can have a featured picture here. You can lead them to a freebie. So this is a simple core thing as well, like really, optimize the profile. And then next is, once you've done the work before, is so with Facebook, simple way is then choosing 3 Facebook groups that your ideal miracle clients hang out in, and don't choose more than that. 1 to 3 is, 3 is a good number. So find groups where really your ideal clients hang out. So that's why you need to have clarity on who they are. What are the issues? So what would be the groups that they would be in actually, right? And then it's a combination of, so then you want to be active there. Active meaning you want to put yourself out there as an expert, so you want to be sharing value posts, like with talking about the topics that you are actually expert on. Sharing stories. This is important. Stories from your life, from your challenges, stories from how you help your clients, or sharing stories from your clients, however you can share them. Stories are really important for emotional connection, right? So it's one thing is about the expertise, right? These things that I was sharing with you, but then some people will connect with you energetically, emotionally. They will connect with you at the human level, or they won't. Some people won't follow you just because, or won't follow me just because the way I look or the way I speak, right? And it's just the way it is, that people, we do, human beings, we judge either, so people judge, and people just, some people connect and some people won't connect, and that's completely fine. That's why, I'm perceiving the whole online space as, yes, there is a competition, of course, but people connect at different levels. So you can connect with me, or you will connect with a different business mentor, or with different people, and that's completely fine. So when sharing value, it's one thing, really sharing value through live videos, through posts, whatever format is working for you. What is it that you enjoy sharing? How do you enjoy the most? For me, it's writing, and as well videos. For example, I wanted to be doing this training through a live video, but then I want to do it through Zoom, because at least like some of you guys, so you have the videos on, right? So at least there is some freaking interaction. So I'm not talking to this to this camera only, because it's just, oh my god, is there somebody, like, are there some human beings behind that? So that's important for me. So it's looking at, okay, what is it that's working for you? Because then if you won't enjoy it at all, so you might not be loving it, completely loving it, the whole social media, but it's a really important part. And then it's as well, knowing that the skills you have, the gifts, the skills you have is one part, and another part is the skill of marketing and selling, the business part, right? And unfortunately, so many people think that, it's just that it's their passion, it's their calling, it's their, that's their mission, and then they don't learn the other part, which is really important, because the best selling books are not the best books there are in the world, but they are best selling, right? They are packaged good way, the way I was showing you, right? The method, right? The method, the framework, the right, the right. So it's packaged in a way that it's like people are curious, people want to know, people want to read it. It's marketed well, and this is how it works. Well, I hated it. I really hated it in the past. Like, oh, it shouldn't be this way, and this and that, and I don't like it. But this is how it works. This is my perception, and you either learn it, or it's you won't make that much impact as you could, and obviously then you won't earn that much money, you won't have that much income from it as well. So that's the value posts, emotional connection posts, sharing stories all the time. So meaning your own story, personal story. I call it authentic expert story. You can share your story from different angles, right? You don't want to be sharing all the freaking challenges you went through and all the part. You don't need to be sharing everything. You want to look at it from the perspective of expert, and what is it that's relevant to your ideal client, right? Like saying it from that perspective. What kind of angle will inspire them? What is it that they need to hear to connect with you and for it to click, right? So for me, it was going from job, not knowing what I want to do. Then I discovered it. Okay, I want to start a business. I went into coaching. I was in a fitness, fitness and exercising industry for some time, niche. Then I went back slowly into marketing and business, connecting it with the energy work, with hypnosis as well, with coaching, with somatic coaching, right, and connecting these. And and then, for example, a huge thing was for me that in past I took a loan to, in my business to be able to grow. Without that, I wasn't freaking able to grow. I wasn't able to move on for some time, for like really for years. And then for me, what helped me, I was mentioning the being courageous, the courageous part, being courageous, like doing the thing, even though I didn't know how it's going to work out. So the courageous, and being trusting to myself, trusting to universe, trusting to my mentor. And then the next way of being for me was in integrity, doing what I said that I would do. These were like really important for me, and when I'm sharing my stories, right, they connect, right, with my miracle clients. So you want to be sharing, so you can have written down the whole story, and then you can divide it into small pieces, right? Stories as well. Why is it good? Because we human beings like stories, like history is shared through stories, right? His story. And people as well, like people don't like to be told what they should do. So even though I was sharing a lot, like, okay, these are the foundations, this was more like a structured training, through posts or through videos, it's great to share stories of you, of a client, because then people, it clicks, and then, this is how she solved it. This is her story. So you can think of stories that are inspirational, that are evoking the emotion, or that what you want to convey, right? What is it that how your miracle clients, how they want to be feeling, what is that they want to achieve, and you want to bring the stories of that. That's how they connect with you at a deeper emotional human level, because it's not only about the value, again, as I said, but about, okay, if they connect with you as a human being. And then, so this is what you can be sharing in the groups where your miracle clients hang out. So value, stories, just and then just questions which are for the engagement. So these questions can be can be connected directly, right, to your business. So it can be like, who are you, have you ever felt depressed, right? Who you would like to who ever felt this way, who would like to, right? So who here is XYZ, who would like XYZ. There are more like direct, straightforward questions. You can ask questions just really that are not completely related. Why? It's working with the algorithm of Facebook. So that's why, you want to choose the 3 groups. You want to be active in there, even so you can be proactive and writing a content, or as well answering, right, content for of other people. Right, so you have the value post, you have the story pieces, you have the questions, and if possible, you have the sales post where you are sharing about your service, about what you do, about the program, about the method, right, that you have. Right. Okay. Then here, guys, I'm not going that much in the detail because it's like it would take long. You see, right? It's hour and 20 minutes already that we're here. So you have these kind of communication, the posts. Then what you can be doing is then from there is building intimacy with your with the people who liked or commented on your post. You can start a conversation with them. You can really connect at like really human level, right? You don't want to be spamming, right? You don't want to go out there and start to send them your offers, or if they want anything for free or that. It's you can start, unless they of course, unless they reacted to something that, a freebie that you're offering, or as you were reacting to this training, right? So you want to then build intimacy. This is something that, yes, I'm obviously, like sharing, more in detail with my clients, but then it's really opening the conversation at a more human level and seeing, right, then through the messenger, through wherever you're communicating with them, finding out, okay, what's going on for them, finding, okay, are they dealing with something you can help them. And once you get to the true, right, once you get to know them a little bit, once they see you as an expert, you can invite them for a call. And then that's the whole, like, another journey that's on the call. That would be another completely, like, another whole training for leading the sales conversations and closing the sales. But the core is really, so when you build the intimacy, when you get to know them a little bit, what's going on, you can ask them, okay, I see, so you were reacting to this post that I was sharing about depression. Thank you for, you can reach out to them. So there are, 2 approaches that people are doing, or that, you can do, which is more passive approach, which is more waiting for people to come to you to reach out. That's okay as well. Usually like that, the it takes longer for for you to get the momentum to make the impact, to have enough income, right? So it's waiting for people to come to you. And then the more proactive approach that you can take is, so when somebody in those groups, or right in on other social media, if somebody is reacting with your to your posts, to your communication, you can connect with them, you can start a genuine conversation, ask clever questions, right? Like really ask, like you're interested in that human being, like, okay, like really, what would you ask if you were normally speaking to them, right? I feel like people in social media, they are asking like really weird questions sometimes, because it's in the online space. So it's try to feel into it. Okay, if that human being was sitting in front of me, what would I ask them? Would you be, how would the conversation go? Because I'm sure, guys, you are, as well, like empathetic, and you can feel into, right, into the person, maybe sometimes even too much, right? And yeah, so have a genuine conversation, but it's not a chit chat. You are doing this with a business purpose. The purpose is not to freaking sell. The purpose is to connect. That's why I'm calling it building intimacy. Right? So you build the intimacy, and then you can invite them for a call when you see, yeah, look, I could help. You can invite them for a call, ask, sharing, look, we can jump on a call, I could help you with this, let's have a look, right? I can give you some tips, I can, or if you want to, offer, you can offer, like something for free, but be mindful with that when you're offering free stuff, because not to attract only like people who want free, only like free stuff, especially when you are giving one-on-one time on a call. So you can ask them to get on a call, and then really find out there on the call, right, what are their core, again, like asking them about where they are, where they want to go. And if you see they are a right fit, you can propose the program. I have really like a defined like process that I'm teaching my clients about this. um, okay. Any questions, guys? This is more or less like the process. So the foundations are really important, as I shared. Then the Facebook, Facebook profile, then Facebook groups, being active there. The same, what you do in Facebook groups, you do say similar, right? Different content as well on your profile or in your group. And then building the momentum through being out there, being active. You can be doing as well like a private trainings, as I'm doing here. I do run, for example, my tool is 5-day challenges as well, right? So that's another whole like a program, almost not even a training for that, to have kind of that's my way of attracting people, like these kind of trainings or 5-day challenges where people get to know me, right? So that's same for you, right? Where people, they see you as an expert, they get to connect with you on an emotional level. And then when you show your expertise as well, and then you can give them an offer to continue working with them. I will share. You can check the program that I was sharing with you. My intention, like really, let me see. You can check this. I will be sharing it via message or via email, probably too. So it's basically those 4 steps. If nothing else, you check it for the process, right? How I'm describing it. So this program, Courageous Spiritual CEO, is a 4 months group program where we are going in much more detail with everything that I was sharing, but in detail. But what the core, you have the consulting, you have back and forth. Okay, right. So even with the niche, you come up with something, but often what can happen, people talk themselves out of it by themselves. They get stuck, they get procrastinating, and that's why when you are alone, that's my thing, that my one of my advices, or shares, that if you can get help, please do, because it will take you much shorter to do this with somebody else. If you want help, please, yes, ask. I'm happy to share more details. Find somebody to help you who has done what you want to do, because you can save yourself years of challenges. Yeah, I wish I have done it earlier. I wish I had taken a mentor earlier. So that's the program for 4 months in a group setting. Have a look at it if you like. The investment for the last time, I'm keeping it for this round that I'm opening now. It's around €1,000, so 997, or €250, 250 monthly. You are welcome to check it. And as I was mentioning, the core is really, so you have the clarity foundations in your business. So you have the income, which is in between 2 to 3K monthly when you finish this. And you have mainly the clarity, you have the system, you know what to do, right? You know how to get clients, and then you can be going on by yourself when everything is set, everything is working. You have a stream of new clients. You keep serving them, and it's happening, right? You got the momentum, because really, if I wish, people could do that by themselves. So, I couldn't do, so many things by themselves. I have I have my mentor. I have more mentors. I have a coach. I have a healer. I have, I have like all different kind of my army in the back end, and I'm so grateful for that. Okay, guys, any questions at all? Please, ask. Feel free to unmute if you like. All right. So, okay, perfect, great. If you guys want, so you have the link here. If you guys want help with this, I'm happy to give you, some tips, some feedback. If you like to check the program, you can book a call, like a consultation call there with me. Any questions you have, shoot me a message via Facebook Messenger. That's the best. And if you like to share a feedback for the training, that's as well very much appreciated. Okay, pleasure to have you. Thank you very much for being here, and just make sure you freaking implement this. All right, you do the work. Without the work, it's not going to help you. Obviously, I know that's a cliche, but well, I have to say. All right, thank you very much. Wishing a lot of courage and lots of peace as well. These are core for me in my life, so I keep wishing that. And I will see you around. Take care. Have a nice day, evening, morning. Bye bye.
Thank you.
My pleasure.